Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Truth Be Told with your Empress, me, myself, and I, Toya, okay? How is everyone doing today, tonight, this evening, whenever you're listening to this? How are you doing? Hope you guys are staying blessed up. So today I have something good for y'all. Today we're going to be getting into Miss Chrisean Rock and Blueface, okay? We're just going to, just see how they doing, where they're going from here. I'm just going to give my opinion. I got some things I want to say. Truth be told. We're going to be truthful over here, and we're going to use the common sense approach, all right? So Miss Chrisean Rock. Miss Chrisean Rock, Government Chrisean Malone, okay, is a multi-talented, outspoken woman climbing the ladder to success. Yes, she is. I mean, she does a lot. She sings, she raps, she's a social media influencer, YouTuber, Instagram star. The girl be modeling. She's an entrepreneur. Very, very multifaceted, In high school, she was a track star. She's a runner. She's a track star. Okay? She's even been on game shows. Matter of fact, I do believe one of the game shows, she took home a $10,000 prize. Okay, she won. Hello, sis. Get it with your bad self. You know what I'm saying? Chrisean's a busy girl, and she's been busy for quite some time, actually. Born in March of 2000 in Baltimore. She's only 22 years old, so she's very young. She's been through a lot in the 22 years she's been on this earth. Born the 11th of 12 children, Chrisean comes from a big family, And with that being said, it's hard to understand or even believe how she ended up homeless at the tender age of 9, you guys. She was homeless at 9. She was actually bouncing from house to house. She would stay with different friends or different family members. She was never in a stable home, so her upbringing wasn't the greatest. Her mom was a drug addict, a known drug addict. Her father was in jail for much of her early life. They actually met when she was 7 years old. So you can only imagine, how lost Chrisean was. And I would even go on to say still is. Enduring abuse at those early ages, Chrisean actually was a victim, as we know, to physical abuse. She's admitted to being beaten on and choked out. She's never actually stated who abused her, which kind of makes me raise an eyebrow. Like, I wonder who, she has such a huge family. She never says who abused her. I wonder if that's someone close to the family still. Especially knowing, how her family is. And I'm not throwing accusations out there. But hello, truth be told, with the common sense approach, we have come to realize she doesn't have the greatest family now. Now, Blueface, he hasn't had the perfect life either, although from the outside looking in, it hasn't been as bad as Chrisean's. He has a story too, Blueface, a.k.a. Jonathan Porter. He has one brother, 2 sisters. He's actually lived with both of his parents until they split up. They split up when he was pretty young, I believe. So he bounced around a little with his mother. So his mother actually, it seems like she's been pushing him to, be a moneymaker. I guess that's how I can say that. Because actually she took her kids and they moved to LA because they bounced back and forth. So they were back and forth from LA. I believe that at one point they lived in Ohio. Then they moved back to LA. She actually took her kids, moved to LA, because she wanted to pursue her acting career. come to find out, Blueface actually ended up getting a gig where he was in a McDonald's commercial. Okay, guys? Yes, little Blue was in a McDonald's commercial. And actually, he didn't even like it. He said that, that wasn't something that he liked to do at all. So, his mother was that mom, let's do this, you should do this, da 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 da. Okay. Yeah. Blueface actually, he loved football, and that's something that him and his father shared together. That hobby of playing football. He was the star quarterback in high school. And his mom actually encouraged him to fill out college applications. He did end up getting a scholarship to Fayetteville University. He went there for a few months and he actually ended up dropping out, you guys. Yes, Blueface dropped out. And the reason why he dropped out, don't laugh. He actually dropped out because the coach had put someone else as like the star of the team or something of that nature. I'm not into sports, so I don't know. All I know is that he wasn't getting the recognition he wanted to get on that team, so he was like, I'm out of here, not doing it. He probably didn't say it like that, but you know what I mean, okay? He wasn't having it. He wasn't with the BS. He wasn't going to be the star. He was out, actually. Blueface is a rapper, most famously known for Tatiana, that song, okay? But get this, Blueface, he never wanted to be a rapper. He never intended to be a rapper. It actually, it was an accident how he became a rapper. He had friends that were rappers, And I do believe one day he went to the studio dropping off like a charger or something to one of his friends. And, they was like, write a rap, spit a verse. And he did it on the spot. Once he seen that he actually was able to do it on the spot and he was good at it, hustle, say less. He was on it. Blueface started rapping. He started, making mixtapes. He was on it. He even went as far as holding free concerts at high schools for kids just to get his name out there. And it worked. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's a hustler. Like he wasn't trying to sit on his ass, especially after dropping out of college. By the time he came back home, when he dropped out of college, his mother wasn't there. She had moved, so he was trying to get it on his own, Chrisean now, she graduated from Santa Monica in 2020. She becomes a member of Blueface's reality show. Okay, so Blueface had a reality show. It was called the Blue Girls Club. This is actually how Chrisean lost her tooth. She was fighting one of the girls on Blue Girls Club. Can you imagine being the girl that knocked out Chrisean's tooth? Thinking you big yeah, I knocked out her tooth. Yeah, yada, yada, yada. What, yeah. Whole time you done knocked out this girl tooth, and this girl that's going to be the trademark that she is known for. Chrisean is known for that missing tooth. Okay? Talk about, that didn't age well. I find it funny how things like that, happen to Chrisean. And if you know anything, if you're spiritual or religious in any way, it's clear the universe or God is working in Chrisean's favor, all the things she's been through. And here she is, she's rising to the top, regardless, needless to say, Chrisean, she is a wild card. She isn't the one to play with either. Let's talk about her and Blueface and their toxic ass relationship. She stole his Mercedes G-Wagon. She was arrested in Oklahoma, charged with possession, an attempt to sell, and in possession of a stolen vehicle. Can we call her young and dumb? Is she? A lot of people have so much negative things to say about Chrisean. And while she does a lot of BS and she projects this image of being stupid and young and dumb, I don't shade her. Not at all, not one bit. Not knowing her history and her background and where she comes from. You are a product of your environment, What I fear when it comes to Chrisean and even Blueface is them being taken by the industry, chewed up and spit out. And the reason I say this is because Chrisean is clearly damaged. She clearly has been through a lot. This is by looking at her actions, and then clearly we've seen her family, okay, and how they are, and the words that have come out of their mouth. Clearly, Chrisean grew up in an environment that was not the greatest. I feel the same for Blueface. Watching and hearing and seeing how he interacts with his mother, her character, not to speak on anyone's parenting. But this is truth be told with the common sense approach. I'm speaking on what the hell they show me, what I see with my eyes, what they present to the world. I honestly believe Chrisean and Blueface both need counseling. They need therapy. And this is because they have so much great potential. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe that they love each other. I do believe that they care about each other. I just believe that they don't understand what love is or how to really show it. You can love someone all you want, but what you think is love or what you know love to be cannot be, projected correctly. 100% I think they love each other. 100% I think that they just don't know how to love each other without being toxic, At the end of the day, we all only know what we know. We all only know what we were taught, what we were shown. If for 20 years you've only known love to be one way, and that's toxic, who are we to judge? You know what I'm saying? We can only encourage. And like I said, I hope the industry does not chew Chrisean up and spit her out. I hope the girl is not taken advantage of. Because when I see her and I see her struggles and I see what she writes and her pain, my heart goes out to her. It truly goes out to her. And then, I don't know if you guys are up to date with, Zeus Network. But now Chrisean and Blueface have a show on Zeus Network called Crazy in Love. And it sheds light to the dynamics of their relationship, America seeing Chrisean as a dumb, stupid girl, that's being taken advantage of by Blueface. Well, Crazy in Love actually sheds light to the dynamics of their relationship. Chrisean is not a stupid girl. Chrisean is needing nothing more than wanting to be loved. Blueface is not stupid. I don't believe he's taking advantage of her at all. I believe they both actually cling to each other on, what is it called? Trauma bonding. I do believe that. You know what I would love to see Zeus Network do? Or any network do, especially when it comes to these young relationships that are in the media, that are in headlines. I would love to see a network, get these kids help. Put that on camera. Show the world how hard it is to go from being toxic as hell to getting your shit together. Show that. Don't show just two young toxic people just acting up, going crazy, and not getting anywhere from going anywhere from there. I would love to see Zeus Network give them a show to where they're actually in therapy, they're, counseling, they're talking about the traumas, actually getting help separately, and then bringing the kids together back into a relationship. But when they are the best versions of themselves. Can you imagine a show like that? Shit, what's her name? Ayana. That's who they need to see. Because that's a powerful Black woman who can help them. Okay? And this is no shade at all. No shade. But when I look at Chrisean and when I look at Blueface, I don't see what the world sees. I don't see a dumb young girl. I don't see a man taking advantage of Blueface taking advantage of her. I don't see that. I see a girl in pain and wanting love. And I see a man in pain and wanting love. And I see them wanting love from each other and the toxicness that comes with it. Because they don't know, I honestly, common sense. This is truth be told with the common sense approach. You can't deny that they're not in love with each other. They're in love with each other. But with love to them, you have to understand everyone loves in their own way. You get what I'm saying? Everyone loves in their own way. If you grew up in a 2-person household, both your parents stayed together, it was dinner on the table every day at 5 o'clock in the evening. Mom and dad both was at school to make sure, all your concerts, they showed up and there wasn't any arguing, and love to not be toxic. Love to be smooth. Love to be consistent. That's what love is for you. But when you're bouncing from place to place, you didn't have a mother to nurture you. Your father wasn't there, so there wasn't a man to, show you how a man's supposed. Listen, love to be toxic. Love to be inconsistent. Love to be physical. Love to be screaming and yelling to get your point across. Love to be strong. You got to be strong. You got to stand your stance. That's what you know. So when we're seeing Chrisean and Blueface go through their BS, that's what they think love is. Everyone's so shocked. Oh my God, why is Chrisean with Blueface? She can do so much better. That man has held her down in her eyes. That man has put food on the table for her and her family in her eyes. But matter of fact, not even in her eyes. That's a fact. That's what she know love to be. She's even quoted, she said that. She said, I love him because he provides for me and my family. That's what she know love to be. Everyone's so shocked as, oh, why is Blueface even with her? He's stupid. She's dumb. Da 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 da. That's what he knows love to be. She's not going nowhere in his eyes. She loves him. She holds him down. And to him, that's love and loyalty. He's not going to go anywhere. The people, society, we're so quick to judge without thinking, without using common sense. You have to learn everyone is not you. Everyone's not walking in your shoes. You have to be able to put on someone else's shoes to see their point of view. Everyone talks out their neck, judging. Meanwhile, you never walked in that person's shoes. Truth be told, with the common sense approach here on this channel, we're intellectual. So we're able to walk in our own shoes, hop out them bitches, and hop in someone else's shoes so we can see their point of view. Come on now. Can I get a yes? Okay. Yes. Stop it. Stop playing with me. Chrisean and Blueface, they've been through a lot. They done listen. They done talk shit about each other online. They done fought each other, caught on camera. Okay? And we're not gonna sit here and act like Chrisean just innocent, because she be beating on that man. She be beating on that man. She don't play. And I pray that she grows out of it. And like I said, I hope the industry does not chew her up and spit her out. Right now, she has a show. She's been on Baddies. You know, she's been on reality. She has her own show now. And I hope she continues to move up the ladder, because she deserves it. She deserves it. But I hope she's able to recognize and listen to somebody, because she's not going to be able to move up the ladder being drunk, talking too much, not listening. She needs a really good support team to point her in the right direction and to make sure she's not being taken advantage of. Honestly, she needs a really good support team, because she has so much potential. She's a beautiful girl. Beautiful. She could have been an athlete. She could have been in the Olympics, you know? And everyone's like, oh my God, she could have been in the Olympics and she's with Blueface. You don't know where she's supposed to end up. You don't know what she needs to go through, her trials and tribulations that she has to go through to get to where she needs to get to. You don't know someone's life story. And what I can say about Chrisean, hearing her talk about God and how she's a believer, and how she was talking about she's a believer. I forgot her exact words, but she was talking about God and how, you know, she has a strong faith and things happen for a reason. And listen, that girl is touched. The girl is touched. And you can't deny that. And the people, the ones who are touched, they go through trials and tribulations. They have to. Because that's what's going to make them strong enough to stand and continue standing. I just pray she doesn't fuck it up. I pray she doesn't fuck it up. You know, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna sit here. We're gonna talk about if you've been watching Zeus Network, Crazy in Love with Chrisean and Blueface, you guys I don't know what it is with Chrisean and Blueface and them beating on each other's parents, but listen here. I believe it was May of 2022. Chrisean beat up Blueface's mother and sister. Okay. She beat their ass. She whooped them. Now, the reason that she whooped them was because they actually came into their house, Blueface's house, and talking shit to her. Chrisean did not just go off and whoop their ass. No, they was coming for her, and she kept, just ignoring them. Not obviously, because she got a mouth. She wasn't trying to fight the mother at all, or the sister. The mother ended up throwing like a bottle at Chrisean, and that's what set it off. Chrisean was like, you know what, I'm not gonna sit here and just keep my mouth shut. And they proceeded to fight, and she proceeded to whoop that ass. Okay. And everyone is sitting here talking about if that was me, you can't hit on my mom or my dad and stuff like this. Like, this is my thing. 100%, I get it. I agree. It's different when someone is coming for you. It's completely different when someone is coming for you. If Chrisean would have sat there and started some stuff with his mother and started some stuff with his sister and then went after them, she's completely wrong. But for her to defend herself, she is not wrong for defending herself. The fact that she and the mother and sister fought, no, fuck the whole sister part, because that happens every day. The fact that she put her hands on the mother is horrible. The fact that it even went down like that it's sad. That's the worst dynamic, a woman can be in, to have issues with the husband's or boyfriend's mother. Who wants that? You know what I'm saying? It's always uncomfortable. It's always weird. It leaves the man in the position of, do I have to choose my mom or my girl? It's bad, But the fact of the matter, like I said, truth be told, with the common sense approach, the mother was coming for Chrisean. This mother is not innocent. This mother acts as if we all know those mothers that have the girlfriend complex. They think they're dating their son. We've seen that. Come on now. This is not a mother who is just so classy and she's there for him, 100%. And, she does what she's supposed to do as a mother and then she steps back. No, she's with the shits. She gets involved. We can't blame Chrisean for defending herself. Okay? And the same with Blueface. I don't know what's going on with them. Chrisean done beat up the mother. Blueface done beat up daddy, again. If you've seen this show, the father took a punch at Blueface. Chrisean's dad took and swung at Blueface. Dude, did it connect? I don't know if it connected. If it did connect, it was like some weak ass thing. Like, I seen the punch. I believe it did connect, but it wasn't even. That was an old man. You know what I'm saying? Blueface then, in retaliation, proceeded to knock his ass out. Do I think this hitting the parent shit is fucked up? Yes. Because it shows ignorance. It shows toxicity. And it's not the ideal family dynamic that you want to be in. Are they wrong for defending themselves? No. My opinion, common sense, truth be told, no one in this world is ever wrong for defending themselves physically. No one in this world is ever wrong for defending themselves physically. But what it shows is their maturity level. Although I don't feel like they are wrong for defending themselves, me personally, would I have whooped on my my man's mother for throwing a bottle at me? Probably not. I probably would have been like, get the F out my house, and that would have been done. And from there on, I would have told my man, listen, she's disrespectful. It's either me or her. Which one is going to be? I don't play those games. You get what I'm saying? It's really a maturity thing. And you know your worth type of thing. You know what I'm saying? They're young. So they're up there, oh, we're going to fight. Oh, you going to throw something at me? I'm going to whoop that ass. A grown woman like myself, although I see where they was going with that, some women will take that as, okay, she's disrespectful. I'm not dealing with that. Period. Just because you wouldn't do something does not mean you can't see. Like I said, put yourself in them shoes and see where they're coming from. And this is not me being biased at all. I promise you, I am not being biased. I promise you, there is a soft spot in my heart for Miss Chrisean, because I see her. I see her. I feel her. You get what I'm saying? We all have a story, and a lot of our stories can be similar to hers. So there is like I get it. I want you to win. You get what I'm saying? You can win. You can do it. I want you to get help, though, so you can do it. You get what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to Chrisean and Blueface, I don't know what's up with this tit for tat type of thing. Like, you hit my mama, I'ma hit your daddy. Like, to me, the shit's funny. It's funny as hell to me. Because it's like a tit for tat. It's wild. It's crazy. And let's talk about the freaking family. The fact that her father even did that, like, if you watch the show, it was very clear he wasn't going to do that. And then out of nowhere, he just did it. It honestly looked like the brother whispered to him, telling the brother whispered to the dad, like, oh, you should punch him. Because we do see a clip of the brother whispering to the dad. And the next thing we know, the dad is trying to knock Blueface out unsuccessfully. Blueface then in return knocks out the daddy. You know? So if the brother did do that, he ain't shit for that. But even if he didn't do that, we already know he ain't shit. The brother sat there and told Blueface, questioning Blueface, oh, you hit me, you put your hands on my sister, you put your hands on my sister. And Blueface was like, your sister put her hands on me. And the brother really wasn't trying to hear that. And Blueface, you know, was like, you never put your hands on a woman before? And here goes the brother, I have 4 baby mamas and I've hit all of them. And Blueface is like, so you understand, you get it. He was like, do you teach your sister to put her hands on men? And here goes the brother, that's my sister. Lord, when I tell you I was watching this show, looking at Chrisean's family like, oh my God, baby girl, I get it. This is what the fuck you grew up around. I get it. Sis, I get it. Her brother done beat on all 4 of his baby mamas. And got a nerve to be coming at Blueface when Chrisean was beating on Blueface. Lord, oh my God. Let's not talk about the sister talking about if she's wrong, she's still right. Lord, if she's wrong, she's still right. So the sister was trying to get at Blueface. First of all, they was all ganging up on Blueface. This meetup went completely left. Backstory, I'm sorry if I didn't tell you. During one of the episodes, Chrisean and Blueface go down to Baltimore so Blueface can meet Chrisean's family, okay? It was already some funny stuff going on because one of the sisters showed up first and she hopped in the van with Blueface and Chrisean, and it was a weird vibe. She ended up hopping out of the van once the other sister had caught her phone. The other sister can be heard saying, was it the sister or brother? I think it was the other sister could be heard saying, oh, why you with them? You supposed to be with us. Why you with them? You supposed to be with us. You know, so she hops out the van. Chrisean, you know, she's upset. She feels the weird vibe going on. I don't understand why they proceeded to continue that meetup. Because from that point on, like, you already seen the energy was weird. Why is your family acting weird? What does she mean you supposed to be with us, not them? That's her sister. Why is there a divide? That was already weird. So the fact that when they all finally did meet up, Chrisean's sisters and brothers and mother and father and stepfather, when they did meet up, the stepfather actually was minding his damn business. He was not about to get knocked the fuck out. Okay? But the sisters and brothers and the father, they were just ganging up on Blueface. So that clearly was a setup. They planned to do that. I don't know if they wanted clout. I don't know what it is, but they made themselves look ignorant as hell. The way they presented themselves, I don't know if they thought they was about to get a deal off of this, or I don't know what the hell they thought. But I wouldn't want to work with them. They seem like users. They seem ignorant. And they seem like attention seekers. I don't know. You know, TV nowadays, they like that shit. But yeah, the sister was basically trying to tell Blueface, even if Chrisean is wrong, she's still right. And Blueface is like, how does that work? So no matter what, I'm in the wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it really shows the dynamic of what Blueface and Chrisean has to go through. For one, if you have a family like that, you're always going to be stuck where you are. because you're surrounded by people who aren't telling you you're wrong. And if you're surrounded by people who aren't telling you where you're wrong, you're always going to stay at the level you're at. You get what I'm saying? You're never going to grow. You got a whole bunch of yes people around you. Okay? So they're clearly enablers. Then it puts a stigma in the relationship between Chrisean and Blueface. You know, Chrisean could get the mindset of, oh, well, no matter what I do, my family's going to have my back. You know, that's not what we want. You know what I'm saying? Someone who really fuck with her and someone who really fuck with Blueface, they're going to want the two to grow and get their shit together and be that power couple. Because believe it or not, that's what Chrisean wants. If you ever listen to the girl speak from the beginning, she's about getting that paper. And she's about getting it with Blue. She's about that life. Is her approach going to keep her climbing that ladder? You get what I'm saying? Like, how far will her approach of how she's doing it going to get her up that ladder? When is she going to have to change the narrative a little bit so she can continue to climb the ladder? You get what I'm saying? I want the girl to win. I want her to win with the man that she wants to win with. I'm just hoping that they both get it together and they're not taken advantage of, especially Chrisean. Because I do see that. I do see it clear as day. Especially with how gifted she is. That's a gifted girl. And when you have certain aspects of your life and you're gifted like that, you have a lot of negativity coming your way. She's a target. Some of us in this world, we are targets. You know what I'm saying? Many of you would know it as being the chosen one. You know, I don't really use that word. But she's clear, she's touched. So like I said, I hope the industry does not chew her up and spit her out. I hope she can navigate that shit. Like, for real. You know? I really, honestly, I want to see them grow. I want to see both of them grow. I want to see them be the power couple they set out to be. I definitely strongly believe that Blueface loves her just as much as she loves him. You know, a lot of people didn't see that. I see it clear as hell. You know, it's not one-sided. Not at all. Not at all. You know? And, yeah. So we're going to get more into Chrisean and Blueface. The show on Zeus Network is still on. So this isn't going to be my only podcast in regards to them. We're gonna continue, you know, talking about these two because I do see a future of them. I do see her climbing the ladder. I do see it, and we're gonna encourage that on this channel. Okay, we're gonna encourage that. Okay, we go for the underdogs. Woo woo. Yes. So you guys, I want y'all to hit that like button. I want you guys to comment. I want y'all to share. Let me know y'all opinions of what is going on, okay? Let me know, you know, if y'all want me to do a certain story, talk about a certain topic. I'm all here for it. What we're going to be talking about next is the Idaho murders, okay? The 4 college students who were murdered. I mean, it was horrific. I mean, one of the girls' faces was, each bone in her face was broken, okay? This guy stalked these 4 college students for 3 months. Okay, they finally caught him. We're going to get into that story on my next podcast on Truth Be Told. We're going to dive into some things because a lot of the times, you know, this shit is like, it's like in your face. You know, there was people talking about, you know, oh, he was very in your face, like not, how can I say it? not in your face, like talkative, more like he was the type of person to ask invasive questions that were like common sense, but it was like he would make it seem like he was really curious to know certain things, but it was offensive questions. And, there was people coming out the woodworks, talking about, oh, I thought he was just honestly curious. And then other people were like, he was very invasive and rude and awkward. And it's like, we see people these days and we don't hold them accountable. This shit, honestly, I feel like could have been prevented had people stood up. There's a lot of yes people, like I was just talking about with Chrisean Rock and Blueface. There's a lot of yes people that was around this man. If this man is invasive and rude, how the heck are you going to sit there and be like, oh, I thought he was just curious? No, the man was rude and invasive and asking people these questions that were just inappropriate. He wasn't curious. Stop. Hold people accountable. I'm not going to get into the race thing, but, well, damn, we already know. But yeah, stay tuned for that. Idaho Murders next. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you like what I had to say, if you didn't like what I had to say, if you listened and gave me that view, like it, okay? Support my channel, your girl Empress Toya. Till next time, love you guys.